Hi, Brenda. You are the first one through the gate. Makes you a winner, right? I was just going through a box of scraps I have here, and I realized that a lot of these scraps in this box I had already cut for locker hooking. That makes me feel like I need to, I have a rug I'm working on locker hooking, and I need to get going on that. But I was going through this box of scraps, and all of my things are kind of more and more. They're more jumbled up than they were even before because of the moving going on in this house. And so I'm glad I have all these strips that go for my locker hooking. Hi, Denise and Teresa and Gail. You guys, thank you so much for coming. So much. Denise Sopatch 33. That sounds like a new name for me. I'm happy to see you. So I was just ironing some of my scraps because, like, look at this one. This one really needs a little ironing because you kind of look at it and you think, well, maybe it shouldn't. Maybe it should go in the rubbish. Hi, Mama Jama. So what I do is this here spray. I don't like to put steam in my iron. I burn myself every time. But I have this here spray bottle. It comes from the Walmart. It's a continuous spray. My daughter-in-law had one of these bottles because they have curly hair. My daughter-in-law and my granddaughters, and she always sprays their hair before they brush it, and or comb it, whatever they do. And I said, wow, that is such a cool bottle. I love the way it sprays because it's a continuous spray. So she bought me one. And so I'm happy with it because it works perfectly for my ironing. Because I can, yes, Papa? Did you need something?
I need my people up here. Pretty please.
Okay. Gotta give Papa his peel. He said, I won't be bothering you. And I said, okay, that's good.
I'm sorry. I went out to the road.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
I went out to the road and back.
Okay. And that reminded you needed your medicine?
Reminded me.
Oh, okay. You're welcome, dear. Okay, so really, see, once you then iron it, look how pretty that is. See? You wouldn't have even been able to tell how pretty that was till it was ironed. So, and I don't mind ironing. I like ironing a lot. Oh my gosh. Then there's Kathy Cowell. Hello. Rita's Roost. Hi, Rita. Oh my gosh. Yes. That, you guys are amazing. Thank you for coming. And yeah, I just ironed this one more piece. I do like ironing. It's crazy. I was just thinking while I was ironing too. I wonder if you could go to like a sewing factory. I know we got 2 sewing factories not too far from here. I wonder what they do with all their scrap fabrics down there. I bet they get a lot. Rita is amazing. I'm telling you. Rita she's a cooker and she's a cookener and she's a crafter and she's a quilter. Yeah, see, that is pretty. So now that was almost a whole box full of wrinkled scraps. But see, my other box of scraps that I was working out of was kind of getting kind of run out. I need to iron them too, but I'll iron them later. So my goodness, Joyce, boring. Hello. I'm sure you're not boring, though. It is good to see all of you. Thank you so much. Yes, Gail, they are great spray bottles. Because I've had other bottles to spray water, like for what I'm ironing, and they just make big clumps of water. It just puts drops everywhere, and I don't like that. I like this bottle because it's a continuous spray and it's an even spray. Hi, Lala Gamma. Yep, there's Lala. Lala was at my house the other day. Me and her, what were we doing? Oh, we were diamond dotting while, because neither one of us know how to sit still without doing something. But we got lots to chat about, but we did diamond dotting. So that was really fun. And so I have worked on my book a little bit more. Oh, let me tell you about this one Facebook group that I joined, which is, maybe some of you have heard about it, but I joined this Facebook group. It's called, well, I don't know what it's called. It's little old ladies with an attitude. Little, so they call their little dolls they make, um LOLA, Lola girls. LOLA, Lola girls, little old ladies with an attitude. And I'm telling you, I don't know how I even found that, but it is so cute. The But this was my first little doll I made with an attitude. She was the first one, and I posted her on the site. And then I made one, and you're supposed to post them on the site with their name and their and a little story about them, just a little story. Well, then I had Matilda. Oh, where'd Matilda go? I don't know where Matilda went. I got two more dolls I made, but who knows where I put them? Jeez. Well, I had Matilda that I made, and then I made another one this morning, but I didn't post her up yet. But it is so cute. If you ever, did I put it in this book? Because I thought about sewing it in. Um, but they're just cute. You make these little dolls, and they're only that big, just about that big, and it is just fun, just something different and something fun. And it's fun to look at all these little old ladies that little old ladies with an attitude, and the stories that their creator made for them. They're just adorable. My one that I posted, she was sick when she went for her glamour shots, so she didn't look too good because she was sick. What did I do with her? Oh, there's my sick one. Yeah, she was sick. And she can't even hold her head up because she was so unwell, and she was having bad hair day, and yeah, but she got out there for her glamour shots nonetheless. And she's already posted up on the little page. And then I have one more, but I'll guess I know where I did with her either. I don't guess I know where I put much of anything. That's how I am. But I have it. Ooh, Monkey 90, Monkey 911T. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming, Miss Monkey or Mr. Monkey. And gosh, if I said it hello to everybody, I hope so. I'm a little bit absent-minded, So sometimes I say hello, sometimes I miss you, and I'll say hello in your next one. But anyway, this is the book I'm working on, and it's going to be a couch pillow, just a throw pillow on a couch when it's finished. But it's going to be readable or lookable. But I put her on the front. She's on the front. I wanted her to be front and center. Well, she's not right in the center, but and so far, what do I have? I got five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 two-sided pages so far. And so, but like you all have seen this one, so cute. This one, all it is ruffles on that one. And this one here, I think this was about the first one I did with the quote, with the prompts. And then this one here, I think you saw that one. And then hope. These are fun, I'm telling you. This here was one that I made before I start using the prompts. But I may still go with prompts on this one and get more put on it. And that was suggested to me by somebody else smarter than me. And then there we go here. I think this one, yeah, this one's got a little pocket. So I might still add something here that I can put in that pocket. And this one here has a zipper. Somebody suggested putting in a zipper, and I said, "Oh, that's going to be a good idea, zippers." And so I put this zipper in, but inside the zipper, then I had another prompt that was lace edging, and so I put some lace edging inside that. What I want to do is I want to put messages inside zippers, but so far I don't have messages made up. And then here, this one here, somebody suggested I put a pocket. So this is a pocket. And then this was something vintage. I call this vintage because I actually have two of these. They were strung together, but they were given to me when I was a preschool teacher. Or was I a kindergarten teacher at the time? I was teaching, though, at the Christian school, the little bitty ones. And that was given to me. And I call it vintage because it was given to me in like 1989. So I think I can call that vintage because I'm vintage. But see, then I got the string just stitched on, and then it can tuck right into the pocket. So there's like now since I started making these, then I learned about fidget books or fidget things, fidget blankets that can be used either for a child or elderly. Well, I like going through this myself. I think I can call myself elderly now, but I find that when I go through this book myself, I like just to kind of feel the textures and just look at the different things on here and like remember where I got that. I mean, that's, memories even. And so, but, and all of this is put together with the book is, I want it to get about twice as thick as what this is. And then I'll put the, the latches on there. I'm not going to put any more binding on it. This, because as each page gets finished, I just hand stitch it on down the middle, down the center. So when I finish another page, it'll go on the back of this, and then I will just hand stitch it, like whip stitch it all the way down, and it'll be stitched on. And then they open just fine. See, they just open fine, and 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 I love them. I just love them. I mean, Chimney Christmas, I think they're beautiful. I think they're beautiful. Speaking of Christmas, my house is starting to look like Christmas. My dear children is my Bianca, my daughter-in-law. Boy, does she like to decorate. So right now, she took all the Halloweenish down, but there's still fall up, but she's adding Christmas to the fall. So, and all I have to do is sit back and watch. Now that is good. They're going to start in the next couple of days. My whole floor, it's stairs now, but is all needs to be redone. So like Lori Lalagama, how you seen the floor where I painted all over it, that's going to be all covered. But I love what they're going to do because what they're buying is carpet pieces. The carpet pieces are 36 by 12. They're all different colors, but they come as a kit. They come as a I don't know how they get like how many square feet are in a box, you know. And so they've already got them ordered, and they're going to start putting them down. And I think it's going to be gorgeous with all them different colors. Yes, thank you, Lala. You'll have to come up again in like at least in a couple of weeks because they're now Bianca is redecorating. Okay, for yous that are just the first, Miss Lala has to drive 2 hours to come up to see me, but she does, and I just bless her heart. Well, actually, I think her daughter drove this past time, but I love to see her daughter too. And so, anyhow, I have my cards, and each one of these cards has a prompt, and so I pull one prompt at a time. I can't hardly shuffle them, so I just stuck them in here, and then I just pull one at a time. But what I like to do is start with one center piece. Oh, my neck. I swear my neck is going kaputski. So, but what I'm going to do to start I'm going to take, I remember when I'm going to take a piece. This one's really pretty. I'm going to cut some of these scraps that I just ironed are real. This looks like somebody was making a blouse. That looks like that was the yoke. And so I'm going to just tear a piece off of here. And I don't go with the shapes or anything. I just whatever shape. So this is what it's going to start with. I start with a 12 by 12 base and of whatever, because my book is 12 by 12. And so I'm going to start with, so I start with a 12 by 12 base, and this is just white flannel that I'm using right here. And so, and then I lay them there because I never know what the first prompt will be that I pull. And so if it's a button, I want something that it's already going to go, that it can attach to. So I'll pull this one, no, only one fingers. Add rickrack. See, so there you go. Look at this ring. It's on my finger. You know what? I could not get this ring on me for like forever. And I couldn't get these ones off. And now they're still not real easy to get off, but I can get them off. I know, I'm excited. I'll go to the doctor next week. I'm curious to get weighed. Okay, add rickrack. That's my first prompt is to add rickrack. So, okay, where did I put that? I have to refill some of my things. Oh, see, I got this black rickrack. I think I used all my pink rickrack. I got more rickrack somewhere, but I'm finding it. I'm having to find it. Hi, Janet. You know, finding things in my house is a little tricky. Poor old, you know what I'm going to use? See, when you don't have exactly what the card calls for, then you put something else. Yes, poor Lala Gammon, when she was up, I kind of said, would you take some of my junk off to the thrift shop for me? She's going to bring it home, go through it, and then go to the thrift shop with it. I loaded her car up, I'm telling you. Okay, I'm going to use this instead. It's kind of a braid, but it's really pretty. So I'm going to just put that right down the middle. I'm going to put that right smack down the middle. And see, it don't matter where you put it because you're going to get more cards, see? And you're going to get more cards, and then you're going to just start just doodling away. It's just like you would be doing, oh, thank you, Lola. You are so kind. Oh, you are amazing. Thank you. So I'm going to put that on with a zigzag stitch, but I'm just going to stitch it right on down. You are extended family, girl. Oh, let me get that going a little bit bigger. That's better. I know you really can't afford that, Lola, but I sure do appreciate it. I do, I do. Okay, so there I have, I got more junk for you too next time you come. I mean stuff, you know, stuff. I have more stuff. Okay, now, anybody else live near me? I can fill your car up too. All right, so now I've got that first piece of fabric that I put that, and this person, it's not actually rickrack, it is just a trim, but it almost kind of looks like rickrack, doesn't it? And that's nice. So then I'm going to pull another card. This one is going to tell me what to do next. Ribbon. I was just told about ribbon just recently because I didn't have ribbon on here, but I looked at a oh, who is it? Lynn Hill had sent me an email. She sent me pictures of some of they're like a little lap quilt or a lap mat. And but they are like a fiddle mat that people can fiddle with. And the one thing that I saw on there, which was so awesome, was the ribbons. And so I was sure to write down the ribbons. But let me see. I got me a bag here, and this is what I'm trying to just keep my stuff a little orderly about what I want to put on my. Here's some ribbon, and this is ribbon. I'm going to show you how she had that put on there, which I was impressed. And here's some ribbon. And ribbon. Ooh, and here's a little piece of ribbon. Okay, so now for ribbon, let's see, I'm going to cut them each about 4 inches maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 inches of ribbon right there. This one. This is United We Stand ribbon. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to cut that one about the same. That's 3 pieces. And then this is like a ribbon lace. I'm going to cut that one about the same. Maybe that's a little too long. I don't know. We'll decide after. Throw that back in my bag of beautiful wonderment. And then I'm going to take a piece of this. This is actually, looks more like seam binding, but we're going to use that. Okay, and so what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to put this ribbon, and I'm just going to fold it like in a loop here. And each one is folded in half and left like a little loop. And if you're making a fiddle mat or a fiddle book, or just, and I'm telling you, for any age, really, I think if you have this like a couch pillow, you know, anybody sitting there on your couch should pick this up and start looking through it, and they would fiddle with it. Okay, I'm going to go back over it too one more time just to make sure it's all stitched on there and tight so it won't come off. And already I know my little Kaya, who is 2 years old, she already went through the book. How much I... Hi, Lori Neltler. And she already likes going through it. And she feels and touches all the little things. Oh, thank you, Lola, for sharing the live. Thank you so much. I don't even know how to share it. I just put it up there and... Okay, see there now how those are? This is definitely something that you can fiddle with. Yes, Lori, I am doing well. I cannot complain. I do complain, but only so I have something to say. Hi, Junk Gal 63. So good to see you. Okay, so there we go. And now I have those 2 prompts. Put this back in my bag. And then let's see what the next one's going to be. A blue scrap. We're going to look for something blue. Oh, I see a blue right here. Most of these scraps that I just ironed are really too big. I don't like real big scraps, so I'm going to just tear a piece off of there. Okay, now, and then I'm going to, what will I do? Okay, I'm going to just put this right on here, and I'm going to leave the raw edge. Oh, Lori says, my daughter is a teacher for special needs students. They need fidgets and quiet toys. Well, see there how we know these things now? Let me write this down. Let me write this down because my memory's done went smoky. And I want to write that down. I know you mentioned, oh man, I was writing Alicia a letter September 7th. And then I didn't finish it. Okay, I'm going to write that down because I'll forget because, yeah, I'm in that forgetful stage of life. Okay, Lori Neltler's daughter needs fidget toys for special needs. I have a bulletin board now right there in front of me, and I can hook that up on my bulletin board, and I'll remember that. Thanks for letting me know that. I know you told me about your daughter being a teacher. I did not realize she was teaching for special needs children, and that's amazing. That takes a special person to be able to do that, and so that's a blessing that she wants to do that. That's amazing. That's a big job. That's a big job. Okay, so I'm just going to stitch that along. I just kind of, this is kind of a raw edge applique, and I'm only, I was going to say, maybe I'm just going to only stitch one. No, I'm going to go ahead and stitch it all the way around. Sometimes I leave some things unstitched just in case I want to tuck something under it. But I'm not going to leave, I'm going to go ahead and, I'm not going to stitch the very edge of that though because it's going to be cut off. See, some of my pieces will go larger than my base piece, but then I even it up and at the end, so it ends up to be 12 by 12. Well, this is just like you and I, Lizzie, worked with the mental challenge. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. They have a special place in my heart. The elderly, and especially the elderly with the dementias and stuff, and children with disabilities like that. Okay, so now I've got the blue, and oh my gosh, yesterday, me and I think the girls that have ladies who have already sent me hats that they've made. I've got quite a few hats already for the homeless for this year. This is the 5th year that I'm doing the hats for the homeless. And last year was like we were overloaded with hats. We had 250 hats last year that we donated. And so, but yesterday I taught my granddaughter to use the crank loom. It's a central crank loom. She made 2 hats. She made 2 hats in just a little while, and she was so proud that she was able to do it. Then my son, I was surprised that my son, that he made 2 hats. And so, and he was proud that he got them made too. And so we're getting a good bunch of hats for this year, and I'm hoping by Thanksgiving is when I'm going to deliver them. We won't have 250 this time, but we'll have plenty. Okay, an initial. I can put my initial or I can put anybody's initial. Okay, they are students with autism, Asperger's, ADHD. They have a calm down corner for the students. Any help would be great. Wonderful. I have a grandson um, with all of that, every bit of that. And he's now 15 years old, and he's special needs. I guess that's all you say. He's definitely special needs, and he's definitely special. Okay, now that was initial. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put an L. My initial is L, an ale. And so maybe I'm going to just cut an ale out of this here fabric. At least I have an easy initial. And you might even just find an initial. Could be a initial of your garbage man, anybody, it just doesn't have to be yours. Okay, so I have an L here. Oh wait, this standing part of the L is too long. Okay, so there's my L. That's a backwards L. It's a backwards L. I can't even make an L correctly. Hi, Christina Shack. Okay, my L is shrinking right along here. Yeah, I haven't been formally diagnosed with ADHD, but I have been diagnosed by myself. It's a self-diagnosis. My attention span is horrible. It's just terrible. And so I have only just diagnosed myself. And I have been diagnosed with a few things professionally, which I say, no. But yeah, I got some problems. But most of us do. Most of us do. Hi, Kathy Whitney. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I keep watching your shed. beautiful shed that's just growing and growing. Okay, so there, now I have an L for my Liz. Lizzie. I have lots of names. Elizabeth, Liz, Lizzie. I won't call you what some people call me. I won't tell you. I won't tell you some of them. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to, look at this. I just pile all my junk up on top of stuff. Roll the dice. Roll the dice means I'm going to roll and see how many fabric pieces I'm going to put on. And so I'm going to roll the dice. One, only one. Oh, Kathy's feeling kind of under the weather, sitting on the couch crocheting. Yep, at least you got something you can do when you're sitting on the couch trying to feel better. So that's good, that you have something that you can do. Okay, I'm going to take, let's see, using new, well, not new scraps, but new from the last time I was. There's one right there. I'm going to use that. And I think this time I'm going to, I don't think I'm going to do any flip and sews on these or sew and flip. I'm just going to put them all on raw edge stitching. And it's like a raw edge applique is what it is. Lori, what are the ages of your daughter's students? Are they teenage? Are they little? Adults? Actually, you might have already said, and I didn't pay no attention. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I think that's what our job is in the world, is to brighten somebody's day. Is to brighten somebody's day and just to be a mood changer. And that's what you all do for me. I'm telling you, you all do that for me. I can get, I get in kind of a quiet mood because there's been so many changes here in my family as far as me and Papa still live in the same house, but my son and his family moved in with us. That's a lot of changes. And so, and my house was just a complete circus with just just me and Papa. It's it was just, I had crafting area in every corner, but now that the kids, there's a real family here. My daughter, my daughter-in-law, she kind of likes to have everything organized a little bit better than I do. So she has been doing such a wonderful job. Okay, add a flower. Now here you can add a piece of fabric that's got a flower on it, or you can add a flower of some kind that you might have. You might have a crocheted flower. You might have a silk flower. In fact, I have some Prima flowers. I'm going to reach over here and get these. That's what I'm going to do. This old rickety old body. I miss Arya when she's not here. She's at her other grandma's today. But see here, I've got just some some prima flowers in here. So I can add a flower. So here's, oh, this is one way you can get the prima flowers. I got this from the Dollar Tree, and it's like lays, but you can get a lay of flowers. And look at here, I can kind of just layer a few of them, and right in the middle I'll put a smaller one. So I'm going to add that flower. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do right there. Okay, so will I sew that on, or now I could hand stitch it on, or I could just go right here. I'm going to just, I'm in a zigzag here. What do I have here? Some kind of a fancy stitch. Oh, here, 2. If you got fancy stitches, man, you got it made in the shade. There we go. Now, I just use the fancy stitch. You can get machines with fancy stitches without having to pay a jillion dollars for one. See, I just put the fancy stitch right in the center, and that holds that flower on without having to hand stitch it. But see, there I've got my flower, and that's beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to been a long day just waiting. I'll be getting me cough medicine now. Oh, poor thing. So much going on. Aria missed 2.5 days of school this week because of her coughing. Oh my gosh. Okay, here. Applique a square, which now appliquing is just like I did here, raw edge applique. Or if you've got time, you know, you can always hand stitch applique. But we're going to just applique a square. So I'm going to get a square of fabric. Get one that's different than what I have. Here's a long skinny scrap, and I'm going to just cut a square. Most everything I'm doing is like an applique. See, if you take that and then fold it this way and then cut it along the edge, then you pretty much got a square. But if it's not a perfect square, don't worry. This isn't going to get you a grade. Okay, so then I have a square. So I'm going to put that square, I'm just going to put it right here. And that's where I'm going to put it. Boy, tomorrow me and Papa's going to be home alone all day. It's amazing we're going to get to be alone. Oh my goodness. I'm right now they're all over at the other grandma's house, because grandma likes to do group pictures. Gigi, that's Gigi. She likes to do group pictures. Okay, wait a minute, I gotta stop this. And so they're all over there now getting pictures made, and then the girls are going to spend the night with her. And wait a minute, I gotta switch this to my zigzag. There. And then tomorrow, Billy and Bianca have got something. Billy's got something up his sleeve where he's taking Bianca for their anniversary. Their anniversary was yesterday. Got married on Veterans Day. And which Billy is a veteran. He was in the army during the Iraq. He was over in Iraq for a while. Thank goodness he got home pretty well. Hi, Lori. I'm Susan. Hello, hello. Oh, what are you making, Kathy? Oh. Oh, a puff stitch Afghan. I'm making an Afghan. Well, it's actually more of a blanket, but I'm using the crow knitting. And so I'm using 2 skeins of yarn at one time. And it is turning out so pretty. And it is using so much yarn. But it's going to be, Ari doesn't know yet that it's hers, but she's going to get it for her birthday, which is 3 days before Christmas is her birthday. And that's when she's going to get that. But it's pretty. I got to show that to you one day. It is. It's beautiful. And it is using so many colors. Okay, so I applique on my square, and now I'm going to oh, now they want me to add a hexagon. Susan Ernst, I wish you could make a video and see how you're knitting a doll on your Addy 22 needle. I've got this, I don't have an Addy. Mine are Centro. I have the 22 and a 48 and a little bitty one. And but I can't figure out how in the world you do them dolls on there. I've seen your dolls. I saw the pictures of them, but they are amazing. I can make hats. That's about it. Just hats. Okay, so now, what I did? Oh, have a hexagon. So we now want a hexagon. Oh, that I need to get out of my, are they in this? Let me see if they're in this. Are they in this? Oh, I'm going to give this away today to some lucky person. I gave it away once before, but the person never did send me her address, so I still have it. Okay, is my hexagons in here? Just a minute. So I'm going to give it away to some lucky one today. Well, I don't know if you'd be lucky, but it was actually the very first Kawandi I made a little one. Okay, my hexagons are not in there. So my hexagons, just so I'm going to find them. I know they're in this house somewhere. Where is it? It's in this pan full of scraps. I have got pans full of scraps. But I know I got some hexagons already. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll make a circle. I'm going to make a hexagon out of this circle. Now, if you don't know how to make a hexagon out of a circle, well, you got something fancy coming up here. Okay? I'm going to make a hexagon right out of this circle. And so, how are we going to do that? First, I got to find the middle. I'm going to use this here. I'm going to use this here. I got needle with some embroidery floss on it. So, but what you have to do is you got to find the center, the very center. So fold that circle in half and then finger press it just in the center, so you can find the center spot. And then finger press. Just like with your fingernail. Okay, now, so here I can see right where my center is. So I'm going to poke my needle up through the right side of the fabric. But I'm going to, now here, you just watch this magical thing here. Now I'm going to take, I want to get this edge now. I'm going to fold that first spot and I'm going to put that in there And I'm going to put that needle, if I can pick it up, right there where that meets that hole. Okay, now once you do that, then now you're on a roll, see? Now you are on a roll. Because see now, right here, you've got a corner. So you take that corner of your circle and put that needle right through that corner of your circle. And stay close to the corner because otherwise your hexagon will be all hexagon. See there? How that just pulled that there like that? Okay, now you've made another corner here. So you take that corner and you put that corner on. See there? Now you've made another corner. And so I know I showed you all how to do this once a long time ago, but maybe you don't remember. Maybe you're like me and you don't remember. Oh, Lord. And then see? Do you see how it's coming up? How them are nice and pretty? And then here, you got another corner. Bring that corner down there and put that needle right through that corner. Here we go, and you pull that there. And now all you have left is this one pointy corner right there. And bring that up through, bring your needle up to that corner. Now you've got, voila, a hexagon. Yeah, I've made these before. I made a whole bunch of them at one time. And then I just give it a couple little extra stitches just to be sure and that it holds together. And Lori already knew how to make them. Maybe everybody already knows how to make them. But you know, once you get to my age, even if you know how to do something, you have to, I have to learn it again because I forget, see. There we go now. And then I'll just kind of nip that. I'm going to snip that off of there. Now got me a hexagon. And I'm going to stitch it on, but I'm going to stitch it on with a sewing machine. But see there? Now that's a hexagon. And it's a perfect, as long as you got a perfect circle, it's going to be a perfect hexagon. I think it's beautiful. This is some kind of fancy fabric. I don't even know what it is. I've got a whole stack of 10 by 10 Christmas fabric, and it's almost some kind of a silky thing, but it's not silk. It's not cotton. It's some kind of a polyester. It's hard to work with, really, actually, because it's slippery, but it's so pretty. I'm going to be using. Now where am I going? Trying to sew it to what? I'm going to sew it to the air? No, I can't sew it to the air. I got to put it on my doohickey. Okay, so I'm going to put this right there, and I'm going to zigzag it all the way around my little hexagon. Yeah, even when I hadn't used my Centro knitting machine since last year. So when I got started again this year, I had to look up the video that showed how to first get it started, how to cast on the first row. And so, well, I didn't remember. And then when I got it to the hat to the right size, then I had to look at the video again. to see how to take it off the loom. And so, yeah, I learned something, but then I have to relearn it. Yeah, once the memory starts going kaflooey, I really love that there's YouTube though. Oh my gosh. Anything you want to learn, you can find it on. One thing I couldn't find on YouTube though, I watched this before. Where's my little pocket purse? I made me a little pocket purse. I really did. I ain't kidding. Where'd I put it? I just made it too. Just made it. Oh, here it is. If any of you know anything about this type of a little string pouch, it's made. Now, I made this one just with what I can remember, but this is not right. This one, oh, hi, Mark Sidebottom. Your old craft channel is disabled. Okay, now this is a little drawstring bag, but it's not lined. There's no lining. You use a French seam on it, so you don't have to have a lining, and it's still neat. And this part where the strings actually go through is separate from the from the actual bag. And so I looked, because I seen the video, and I even went through all my history and everything. And I went through my history, and I can't find the one I watched. But it sort of looks like this when it's done, but this is not exactly. And so I don't know exactly how the top is done, although this will work for what I want. But if anybody ever finds this type, an unlined drawstring bag, the top pieces where the string goes through are separate, and there's no lining, and it's finished on the inside. It's finished looking on the inside because you use a French seam on it. But I want to do it right. I know that one isn't right, but I tried to just remember. But I know I watched the video, but I'm thinking what it might have been. There's one place that I watched that's called Thigh Crafts, I think, and she doesn't talk during her videos. It's just music, and she points and stuff. And sometimes she makes more than one project. And it may have been on one of them, and it was just mixed in the middle, but I cannot find it for nothing. So, if any of you know how to do that or can find that video for me, boy, you'd be on Santa's good people list. Yeah, you saw that. It's really a simple. There's many drawstring bags, and there's many that are unlined, but I can't find the one where it's a separate piece that you put the string through, where you put the drawstring through. And so, but I liked the way that one was made, and mine isn't right at all. It's sort of right, but not exactly right. I want it exactly right. Yeah, it's a drawstring bag, Lori, and but it's a drawstring bag, unlined. But anyway, okay. Here now, the next one we're gonna pull is. Yeah, I've Googled them. I Googled it, Lori, and I've went on YouTube, and I've put everything I can think of to try to find it, but I can't find it. Oh, now it says black. So we need to have something black. We're going to put in a piece of black fabric. And I do know there was some black fabric in, was it this box? Or was it the other box? I just took 2 boxes off the shelf that had been hiding up there. No, it's not this one. And I swear, because I hadn't looked through them for a while, it was like Christmas. It was like Christmas because I hadn't looked at them for a while. And that's what I love. I love it. I just love it. I just love it. Okay, it's not in this box. Now, so then it might be in, oh, I can't turn my head anymore. One of my boxes, when I first started undoing the box, this was in the middle of the fabric. It's yarn. But when I pulled this out of that yarn, when I first saw it, I thought there was a dead rodent in my yarn, in my fabric. But I love this yarn, especially for weaving. I love that color because if I'm doing a ground or something in the weaving. But I sure thought it was, I screamed because I thought it was, maybe it was a Facebook reel rather than, maybe it was Kathy. Maybe it was a Facebook reel rather than YouTube. Because I know I watched it and I went through all my history to see if I could find it, and I could not find it. Yeah, I went through my history, Joyce, and tried to find it that way, but I could not find it. But I do have a lot of like I say, I think it's called Thuy, Thuy or something like that, crafts. And this lady does a lot of videos, but she'll like, it will be making things out of your scraps or something, but then on each video there might be 3 or 4 different things that she makes. Okay, so I got a piece of black. So I'm going to put that black on there. And I'm going to put it on like right here. How about right here in this corner? Okay. See how it covers up something? That's okay. We don't mind it covering up something. And then even though it's just black, it very well could end up being something going on top of it. And so, and if I have something to go on top of it, it's extra pretty. Oh no, I thought I was running out of thread, but I'm not. I am running out of thread. I use this multicolored thread that I buy in the big spools, you know. And I'm on my last one. And now I have to refill all my bobbins. That's going to take up most of that. But they'll last me a good long while. Because they're big. Very big. Oh, Lori's looking. Oh, yeah, this is like a crazy patch. It is like a crazy patch. It's not exactly how you do a crazy quilt. But this is, it's definitely a crazy patch. Everything I do, though, Lori, is crazy. Yep, everything I do is crazy. Like Papa would say, crazy is a run over dog. Okay, now let's see. What do I have here? Oh, I got to pull a card. See, now I was trying to think, what will I do next? So I got to pull a card so I can know what to do next. An ugly scrap. You know what? I was ironing a piece this morning that I said, oh, that'll be nice to use for ugly. Okay, let's see if I can find which one I thought was ugly. The ones I was ironing. Now I seen something that looked ugly. It really wasn't ugly, but I said it could be used for ugly. Now I'm only seeing beauty. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Thank you, Mark. So I'm gonna see, this really isn't ugly, but I thought, well, you know, if I get a card that says ugly scrap, I can use a piece of this. Yeah, Lori said she would have jumped and screamed too. I swear, because it was all fabric. I don't know why that little bit of lace was in there. And I mean, that little bit of, I wasn't expecting to have a little bit of yarn in there. And then that color of the yarn, I really thought it was something, well, I didn't know if it was dead or alive. It was a little spooky. I thought, no, Halloween is over. Okay, now. So, thank you, Lori. Yeah, crazy quilting is in a world of its own, but you can take crazy quilting and you can just take it to town and go further and further with different ideas with your crazy quilting. And this one's not going to be a quilt. It's going to be a page in a book. And but since I was introduced to doing something like this as a fiddle patch, a fiddle pad, fiddle mat, you know, like that, I want to do that kind of thing. Because I like to do some things that I can donate, because I don't have I don't have needs for all this stuff I do. Okay, so there I've got that one. I've got my ugly on there. Okay, add a word. I really like words. I really like using words. Okay, I just saw my words. Where'd I see them? I think I seen it in here. Words, word, word. There'd be some words. See, I take just a piece of fabric, white fabric, and I just write with a Sharpie marker. I write words on them, and then on these ones I just run some fancy stitch down them. Believe, care, peace, respect. We'll use respect. I'm starting to run low on words though, so I'm going to have to do a few more words. And this one, I think, you know what? I think I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put that right there, and then that's kind of the black background kind of frames it a little bit. I like that. And I really like using this multicolored thread. I have to look. I think on Amazon is where I got this thread. So I'll have to look and see if I can find the same one, because some thread, this has been good thread, but I've got some threads that they just don't work good in your sewing machine. Why is that? Did I run out of bobbin thread, Elizabeth Marie? Oh, darn it. I'm going to have to feel bobbins. I am going to have to feel bobbins. But I think I still, just my bobbin. And what I do is I feel every bobbin. There, I got one with a little bit. It's not even full. Yep, looks like this lady's going to have to feel bobbins this afternoon. But I like to get them all. I'll just feel them all. I got one of them bobbin winders. and they fill your bobbins really fast. And so, which I can take this spool of thread that's on the machine and use that one. I've seen where they have these same, it's the cones, you know, I buy the cones of thread. And I saw where Temu had some, but I just don't know. I know this is good. So I'll probably just go back to Amazon and order it from there again. I had a lovely lady sent me a birthday card just a couple days ago, which I've got to find it. It's on this desk somewhere. And she sent me $20, and I thought, well, at first I was going to buy, what was I going to buy? I was going to buy, was it some markers I was going to buy, I said? Oh, gel pens, because my gel pens are trying out. But I think I'm going to change my mind, and I'm going to buy thread. Because I think I need thread. I use thread more than I would my gel pens. So there we go. So now I've got my word on there. Respect. And so now we pull another card. A purple scrap. Purple. I like me some purple. Okay, thank you for coming, Gail. I love when people come. And you're always so beautiful to see. You're wonderful. And Susan says Temu thread is excellent. I bought a few spools. Oh, okay. Now, have you bought the cones? Just spools of thread, or did you buy the cones? Because this thread that I buy is the cones, and I really like it. But I bought some kind of thread from somewhere, and I bought it came with, okay, Pop. It came with like 6 spools, and it knots up in my machine. It just knots up for some reason. Oh, you bought just spools. Well, I don't know. I might check out Temu for the thread because it's not that much, you know. It's really oh, I'm looking for purple. Elizabeth, you're looking for purple. Mind what you're doing, girlfriend. Yes. Now I could add, you know what? When it says purple, it just says, oh no, it says purple scrap. So I got to get a scrap. I was going to see if it said just purple, I could use a purple button. Hi, Lynn Martin. I hope you are doing well. Now, I'll find my purple scrap just a minute while I'm scrap digging. And scrap digging, scrap digging. Purple scrap. Now, Elizabeth, you need to find your purple. How can there not be a purple scrap in here? How can this whole box not have something purple? Purple scrap. Oh, this one that I just ironed, that's mostly purple. I'm going to use that. That's what I'm going to use because it's mostly purple. This was really a scrap. Before I ironed it, it really looked, even after ironing, it still looks like it really is a scrap. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut it right here. I'm going to tear it. And so then there's the shape. Oh, it looks like Louisiana. And it's got some threads hanging off of it. I'm going to cut some of them threads off. This here box of fabric scraps that was sent to me, I believe that the whole box was washed and dried. And the whole box was, I think it was all washed and dried because It's all like the edges are like frayed, like they've been washed. I love that look. I don't know why I love that look, but I love that look. Now, what if I go like this here? And I'm going to just put that purple scrap. And see how I'm just overlapping stuff? I just overlap it and then just stitch it on there. But yeah, I like, and then just whatever shape that scrap is fine. It doesn't have to be. In fact, when you get a scraps that are of different shapes and stuff, then it's almost better, in my opinion. Yes, Liz Martin, I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much. I go to the doctor this week coming, or is it next week? I'm supposed to go to blood work tomorrow, but I'm not going to do blood work tomorrow. I'm going to put that off a day, and then next week I go to the, and I'm looking forward to going to the doctor because I want to step on that scale. I want to step on that scale. And I want that scale to not tell me this, not to tell me to get rid of somebody. Hi, Evie. You know, usually used to be when I'd step on the scale, they'd say, one of you needs to get off. And it ain't gonna tell me. It ain't gonna tell me that this time. It ain't gonna tell me that this time. I know it. So we'll take this card. Something from your junk drawer now, or your junk bucket, or just your junk. Now, I threw some junk in here just in case I would find some, just in case I would get my junk. I want a little junk in my trunk. Not really. I don't want junk in my trunk. I'm getting rid of the junk in my trunk. Okay. Oh, I found something. Where did I put that stuff? Elizabeth. I found some neat things in my junk. I said, oh, I'm going to put that in there for junk. Okay, let me look in this drawer right here and see what's junk. Okay, I'm in a junk drawer here. I'm in my junk drawer. Definitely in my junk drawer. This is definitely junk in my junk drawer. Well, these are, I don't know what these are, but it is, what would you call that? We're just going to call it junk. That's what we are going to do. We're going to just call it junk. I wonder if this needle will go through this hole. Yes, it will. So I'm going to put this junk. And I'm going to put this junk, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Now see, if you have something in there and you say, I do not know what I'll use that for. I have not a clue. Well, then if you get a prompt that says use something from your junk drawer, well, there you go. So now I use something from my junk drawer. It's like a charm or something. If you look at it this way, it's a U or a V, but we're going to call that junk. Now, where'd I put my needle? Put your needle back. Oh, I got to make sure I put my needle back in my heart. I'm trying to get used to doing things like this. Okay, so getting used to organization is kind of something with texture. Something with texture. Now, something with texture can be near about anything that's just not flat. Something with texture is just near about anything that's not flat. And so I'm going to say, oh, let me just look right here in this box. There's stuff with texture. Let's see. Oh, yeah. See? Like this. Like a little doily. Like this. Little doily. That's texture. You bet your sweet bippy. Okay, now I'm going to put that right there. Do I want that there or do I want that to go right here? Yeah, I want it to go here. It'll show better there because with that dark blue on the background, that'll make it more seeable. We want it to be seeable. And so I can hold my flower petals up so I don't sew them down. And a stitching we will go. Something with texture. I could have sewed down a piece of that dead rat. Well, it wasn't really a dead rat. It was ball yarn. But now, okay, how long have we been on here? An hour and 22 minutes. That's not bad. My son fixed my computer because I couldn't see the top of anything. So now I can see the top. Okay, that was something with texture. We got that now. Favorite color. Oh, my favorite color is purple. It always has been, always will be. So I got to find something again with purple. Put that purple in there. But I want to find a different purple. Different purple. Oh. This is purple. Now, this is purple right here. But I've got a weird thing. I don't like to touch velvet. I can't hardly touch velvet, or can I touch like cotton, like out of a medicine bottle, you know, and there's cotton and you got to put, I can't hardly touch that either. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Have you ever had the heebie-jeebies? Okay, so this is purple though. So because it's purple, I'm going to cut a piece off of there, and even if it gives me the heebie-jeebies, I'm going to put my purple right here. Okay. I'll be nice to it. I don't know why. Velvet. Now, some different velvets are okay. Corduroy is okay. But some velvet is just, I can't touch it. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's purple, though. And I'm having a case of the heebie-jeebies right now, but it won't last. I'm surprised I haven't had a button yet. Okay, I'm almost done touching this here velvet. Oops. Okay, now I'm surprised I've done this 2 Sundays in a row. Hopefully next Sunday I do it again. Because that's my hope, is to just do it every Sunday at 3 a.m. Eastern time. Not a.m., Elizabeth, that's p.m. Oh, good grief. Hoping my third grade teacher isn't looking at me, because she'd say, I taught her how to do it. Okay, now let's see what's going to, see, it's starting to fill up and it's looking nice. There's stuff in it. Okay, let's see what this one says. Oh, now it says button. That's too funny. That is too funny. Hi, lovely Malaya. Malaya? Malaya. Malaya. Let's see. Malia. 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 Okay, I'm going with Malia. I've seen you many places, many places. I think everybody pronounces your name different. Okay, now what did I just say? Oh, a button. Oh, well, I just so happen to have this here. Somebody sent me these two. These purple buttons. I need pink on it. Oh, Lori, your favorite color is pink. I know, you and your flamingos. Okay, so a button, and we're going to go with a purple button. This is purple button. Let's put a purple button right in the middle of that purple thing. And will I? Malaya is one of my YouTube daughters. Well, that is good. Yes, I've been to her sales. Although I'm having to kind of. Oh, you answered to them all. That's good. I've been to Malaya's sales. Malaya, do you do any YouTubes other than sales? Or maybe I'm thinking about somebody else. I don't know. Which would be so much just like me, to be thinking about somebody else. I forget who are my YouTube family, my YouTube daughters, because I got a few, and which ones are my real daughters. Okay, my real daughter. Oh, good grief! My real daughter, Jennifer. She came and cleaned my bathroom yesterday. Oh yeah. Couldn't find my dirty clothes. Where did you put my dirty clothes? My counter. You can see the whole counter top in my bathroom. I can't find a flipping thing. Can't find a flipping thing. That girl cut her arm. Oh my gosh. She's taken, she has a trailer next door, a double wide trailer, but she's taking it apart. She got she wants to build a house over there and not have the trailer. So she got an estimate from somebody who could do demolition, to demolish the trailer. It was something like $7,000. She goes, I'll do it myself. Add a small doily. Well, look what I did right there. Well, we're going to add another one. Yep, it says to add a small doily, so we're doing another one. So she's taken her trailer apart by herself. But there was a piece of, she was in the bathroom and taking the shower. She was in one of the bathrooms and taking the shower stuff apart. And one of the tiles came down and hit her right in her arm. It really did need stitches. But she said, no, she'll just go ahead and just kind of see what she could do. She's an RN and she works in the ER, you know. So she says, I wonder if I go to the ER, if they'll just give me some free stitches. Well, she went up there to try and get free stitches. And they said, oh man, we can't give you free stitches. You have to sign. You have to sign in or something. She goes, well, I ain't signing in. I just want free stitches. And he said, but we can give you. So what they did was there's some kind of glue you can put on. Some kind of glue and then some steri strips or something. And so they doctored her all up. And but she really gouged her arm with that thing. And it was deep. And first Billy just tried to bandage her up. But then every time she moved her arm, she would start bleeding again. So now she's all covered up. And she has to go to work tomorrow, and maybe somebody will give her stitches if they think she still needs them. But I don't think she'll need them. You made it back safe from your vacation? Oh, wait. Now what in the world happened? My thread broke. Just when I said this is good thread, now it wants to break. Papa, you made my thread break. Oh, the doohickey come out of the thingamajig. I got to get the thingamajig back into the doohickey. There we go. Now the doohickey's back in the thingamajig. And so then, now I have to rethread this needle, but it's got the needle threader on here, and that is like a piece of cake. Piece of cake. Why did the boy eat his homework? Because the teacher said it was a piece of cake. Now why is this not threading? Go in that needle. Excuse me a minute. I gotta mute this for a minute because I gotta cuss at this needle. Why? Why are you not threading the needle? Okay, I gotta mute it again because I gotta cuss at this needle again and get that thread to go through. Oh, I didn't have to cuss. Good way. Good thing. Good thing. Okay. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay, now I just have to finish stitching this little doily on here. It's almost completely covered up. I think sometimes if I'm sewing too fast and I am on some kind of a textured something, then sometimes it wants to just break the thread. Doohickey. It's a doohickey. That's all. I think you got it right there. I think you got it right. The thingamajig is the one that's kind of hard to spell. It all depends on what your doohickey is that you're trying to spell. Yeah. Okay, now that was to add the small doily. Now I gotta find her something else. Now add a pocket. Love it. A pocket. We're gonna add a pocket. Okay, the simplest way I have found to add a pocket is to just add a pocket. Just add a pocket. Put a pocket in the socket. And a socket in the pocket. Here we gotta put this pink on there. We'll put pink on there for Lori because she can't live without the color pink. So I'm just gonna cut this in half or rip it in half. And then I just fold it in half. See, this is my cheat way of making a pocket. Now I'm going to just put this right there. Now, see, it's folded, and I'm just going to sew it on 3 sides. And on the folded side, I won't sew that one because that'll be the pocket part. And see, I could put $1 in that pocket right there, and whoever is sitting on the couch and opens it and finds the $1, it could be key. Or I could just put a little special note. You know, my daughter-in-law, she's Bianca, and I love her very much. I'd rather she was my daughter. I told her if her and Billy ever get a divorce, Billy's the one that's going to move out. But anyway, she was unpacking all of her, well, not all of her Christmas decorations, but a little bit of them. And she found a Christmas stocking that belonged to her brother. Her brother, his name is Tim. But Tim, 2 years ago, I guess, he passed away. He was not quite 18. He passed away with cancer. But she still has his Christmas stocking. And she goes, I can't get rid of the stocking. Her mother was getting rid of the stocking. She goes, no, I want the stocking. And so she took the stocking. And she goes, but I don't know what I'll do with it. So what she did was she hung the stocking up by, she's got a collage of his pictures up in their room. She hung it up by there. I says, like every year then, every one of us, everybody who ever wants to write a note to Tim, you write it and just put it in the stocking every year. And when you go to pack it up again, maybe you want to read all the notes or maybe you don't. Doesn't matter. And then maybe every year you could put a little pin on it, like a little Christmas pin or something on it. And then after a while, you have a lot of pins and a lot of notes inside. So I think that's what she's going to do with Tim's stocking. I think it's a good idea. Betty, I'm looking for what to put next, and I didn't even look in my notes. Add a yo-yo. Okay, we got that one. And I was hoping for a yo-yo. So that Tim, her brother who passed away, he was at a hospital, cancer hospital, for many times because he was real sick for about 3 years, I guess. And he was in the hospital for quite some little while. And you know how they do wishes? They'll grant you a last wish or something. So with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So they offered him, if you want to meet a star, or if you want, whatever you want to do. And so he decided his wish would be to put in all of the children's rooms on the children's ward there at this cancer hospital is to put a game, like a electronic, like a game, And so that's what his wish was, to put these games in every room for all the children, so they'd have something to do their time. I mean, to do while they're spending time in chemo or whatever. And so that's what he got his wish. He got his wish. They even did it was up in Virginia. But they even did a television special about him and his wish. And that was, I thought that was awesome. This boy was such a giving, loving, loving young man. And he was just having back pain. By the time he went to the doctors to find out what's going on, and then they realized that he had the cancer, but it had already went all over the place. Bless his heart. So what I'm doing with my yo-yo, I just strung it to a sting. Hi, Janice Glines, you beautiful soul, you. And then I'm going to just stitch this string, and I'm going to tie it right here. Yes, I think it was awesome. You would probably see. Well, I might send you. If I can find that video. Janice, you just got home from the hospital? What the heck were you doing? The only reason anybody should go to the hospital is if they're going to have a baby. And I don't think you were having a baby. So what the heck were you doing in the hospital? Unless you was, maybe you was getting a facelift or something. Tummy tuck, I don't know. Well, I hope you are doing much better. Sorry if I'm sorry if I'm being rude. Oh, because of your husband. You were at the hospital seeing your husband. Oh, that darn cancer. I would have rather you were at the hospital having a baby, but I guess that wasn't it. Oh, so how is your husband doing? Gosh, I hope I know miracles do happen. Miracles do happen. Oh, Janice, Janice, Janice. Oh, I was just talking about that cancer with I always called him my nephew, although he wasn't really my nephew. Heck no, no babies. That's the only reason anybody can be in the hospital, is to have a baby. I like babies as long as they belong to somebody else. We got a baby in the house now, 2-year-old lives here. But thank goodness, once that baby gets all grumpy, me and Papa's got our own little place right back here. Okay, now that was a pocket, and then it was a yo-yo. So I've got the yo-yo, so it comes loose, and it will go into that pocket. It'd be nice to have a button on that yo-yo. Okay, well, what do we got here? A red scrap. Okay, let's find something red. We need something red for a red scrap. Ooh, this is red. A little bit. Did them girls go and leave you home stranded and alone? You poor thing, you. You poor little thing, you. Okay, I'm going to get me a piece of red here. Just remember this. He is not great, but there's always hope. If he can survive surgery, we may have him for a long while. Is he having surgery today? Or when does he have surgery? Oh my gosh. For all of you who pray, please, please pray for Janice's hubster. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's just I've known so many people that cancer has just kind of just took up real estate in people's bodies, and that's not good. My brother had cancer. He was 59 only when he passed. Bless his heart. Okay, I'm going to put this little piece of red right here because that's what the rule said. The rule said add red. The card said add red. Okay. So I am going to do just as it said. Oh my gosh. I don't mean to make light of things. I don't mean to make light of things, but sometimes and we try to put a little humor in things. I try. Just sometimes humor is a way to kind of dull the pain. Nothing takes the pain away. We're just going to pray that he makes it through the surgery well, and you can have him for many more years. Oh, this week on the surgery. My brother died 2 years ago. Well, a year and a half ago. With cancer. He had cancer. It just went everywhere. He was 59. But then he also got COVID when he was in the hospital. And his reason for death, what they put on his certificate, was COVID. They didn't write nothing about the cancer. It's okay. We use humor inappropriately in our family. I told him it's either a colostomy bag or a dirt nap. Son laughed. But when hubby asked what I said, I changed it. You know what? My brother did the colostomy. He had a colostomy bag. But, gosh. And the colostomy bag would have been fine if he didn't get the COVID, I think. Yeah. Even my brother, though, oh my gosh. My brother was always a jokester. And he's laying in the hospital on his last day. I'm telling you, his last day. And he's laying in there in the hospital. And he knew he was going. He knew it was going to be that day. And he still was just acting so silly. He was acting so silly. And he told his sister, no, not his sister, my daughter, his niece. He told my daughter, he says, well, when I leave this place, don't leave my room till the rigor mortis that sets in. I think that's how he said, or he said, leave my room before the rigor mortis sets in. Something like that, he said. He was, and that was, I mean, he had only minutes still to live, and he was still joking. That's how bad our family was. That's how bad our family is. We're a bunch of goofballs. It is very comforting. It is, and when I think about my brother, I think, and he was my baby brother, 13 years younger than me, and I had a big hand in raising him. I was blessed by that, and oh, good grief, and lace edging. He, when I don't like to think about the day somebody dies. I don't like to think about that. I like to think about all the days that they didn't die. And to me, I like to do that better. That's to me more fun. But of course, when we lose somebody, it's like we're losing a part of our heart. And that's true. We're losing a part of our heart. And that's hard. That is real hard to do. And but we got to make it through it, you know? We got to make it through it somehow, some way. Yeah, he did. And it's but you know, the hurt never goes away. A lot of times the hurt never goes away. And it just pops up at the most, at the dear at the hardest moments or something. Like when I was at my youngest son's graduation, and that was back in 03. His father had been already passed away for his father had passed away in 97. Okay, so and then Billy graduated in 03. I lost it up in them bleachers. I lost it. I was crying. Now everybody sitting around me thought it was tears of joy because he's graduated. And I let them think that. But I was missing Billy's father so much that, you know, and I had already remarried. I'd been remarried already to Papa. And but I miss him so much that day. It was like it just happened. And so there's things that will just trigger those kind of sad moments, you know. Billy's wedding was hard too. That was our baby. And Billy was only 11, 12 when his daddy died. But anyhow, now I'm going to pick another card. Add tulle. Tulle is a fun thing to add too, because it's fuzzy and because you can do so much with tulle. So I reach in my bag. My bag of tricks here. And I just cut off a piece of tulle. All I got in here is white. I've got other colors too, I think. If I didn't give them all. Did I give you any tulle, Lala Gamma? I might have gave it to you. Now, let's see. Wonder what I'll do with this tulle. I want to maybe just... This will be fun. Look, I just twisted that and it made like a little piece of a rope. Hi, Michelle. Michelle's Tattered Textiles. Have I met you before? By the name of your name. If I haven't met you before, I want to meet you now because Tattered Textiles, oh Lord, girl, yes. Any girl that is a lover of tattered textiles is my friend. Yes. So I'm assuming you've got a channel, do you, Michelle? An awesome channel? Oh, you used to be Master Designs. Oh, thank you. Oh, now I know you. Now I know who you are. I like the name of Tattered Textiles better. I'd be more apt to go and see you with that name. See how picky I am? Oh, Tattered Textiles. You the girl. That is good. Yeah, see, sometimes when people change their names midstream like that, I get all confused. See, now Lala Gamma just calls herself Lala Gamma, but she used to be Lala Gamma Loriway. And so I still like to call her Lala Gamma Loriway. That's her name now. Oh, thank you, Janice. Thank you, Janice, for putting up that link. Yes, I love that name. And Tattered Textiles, I think more people will go to your channel. Now, if I just saw that, I would definitely go right away. I would go to that channel. So, like my channel is just my name, but at the time I started my channel, I didn't plan for it to go anywhere. Nothing much on your YouTube yet? Well, there will be. I just have it. I get that feeling in my bones. I get that gut feeling, you know? Oops. Now, roll the dice. Okay, how many pieces can I? How many pieces? Where's that? Roll the dice. Oh, now I get to put 4 pieces. 4 pieces. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 4 pieces. And I'm going to work them underneath here. And so, I'm going to take, and I'm going to sew. So let's see. Let's take this piece. I need to get me a new pair of scissors. I ruined my good scissors. I keep seeing an advertisement for these Guggenheimer or something scissors. I don't know what they're called. But Guggenheimer, something like that. I don't know if they're really all that good. Then I don't know if I could actually get me a pair of them and stay and keep them nice. Oh, Janice has to go change clothes. So my daughter-in-law, as soon as she gets home from work, she goes and takes her clothes off and goes get in the shower. She got to take off the COVID clothes, she says. She's a nurse, so she goes to the hospital, you know. And there's always 1 or 2 with the COVID, you know. And so right away, the clothes go in the washer. She puts her body in the shower. Okay, so now I got 4 pieces of fabric here, and I want them to fit underneath this lace. Yeah, she always says, I gotta get rid of these COVID germs. Get yourself in the shower. She had COVID once that she brought home from the hospital, but that was before they moved here. That's when they were still in the rental. Hopefully she doesn't get it again. Hopefully she can avoid it. But when you gotta go to work, you gotta go to work. And if you're a nurse, you can't just pick and choose. You've got to go take care of things. Okay, see, so there I just put in 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. I added 4 pieces Just like the dice told me, the card and the dice, it's all in the cards. So now I am going to go right here and I'm going to stitch. This color right here, I don't know what kind of fabric that is, but it's kind of stretchy and it's just got a good feeling to it. Real good feeling. Okay, I'm going to be quitting this pretty soon because I'm almost to my limit, because usually about 2 hours is my limit. And then I got to get up and move around these old aching bones. But don't leave yet because we got a little drawing here. Be thinking of your number between how many people are in here? 31 and 50, because there's going to be a little bit of a something here. And like I said before, if anybody comes up with more ideas of what to put on the prompt cards, please put them in the chat, because yeah, that's what I need to do, Susan. Yeah, I've been looking. I don't know what I had. Ginger scissors, and they're nice scissors, but I ruined them. And but I see an advertisement that keeps coming across. They're like Guggenheimer or something like that. But I think they're kind of expensive. But I don't know what is the best brand of a scissor for fabric? What is your all's idea? What all kind of scissors do you all have that is your favorite fabric scissors? You let me know, and that may be the way I'll go. Oh, Lord. You bought a scissors and a knife sharpener. I wonder if I could, because I got this pair of, well, I don't know where they are. They're lost. Whatever. Gingers. And I wonder if I could use, if they can be sharpened in a knife sharpener. Susan just used Fiskars. You know, and I'm thinking if you just use Fiskars, just use a affordable brand, but just use it for fabric. Do not ever use it for anything else. Ginger. Malaya uses Ginger scissors. Yeah, and I have a pair of Gingers, but I dulled them. And I wonder if I can just get them sharpened. I don't know. Okay, let's see. I have almost filled up all of my space. I'm going to say embroidery, floss, or thread. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, I'm going to get my embroidery floss, and I'm going to get a pretty color of embroidery floss. Oh, look, I got this one. Is this embroidery floss? Actually, no, I think this is Sashiko thread. But that'll work the same way. And I bought a really cheap no-name fabric scissor, and they are just fine for fabrics. I cut those Ginger ones, though, like cutting warm butter. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What I'm going to do, it says to use embroidery floss. So that's what I'm going to do. So my card told me I was going to do. So I'm going to take this corner right here. Okay, so you keep the one for your fabric with a ribbon on it, so you know it's just fabric. And so what I'm going to do on here now, which I've got a card that says running stitch, which that's what I'm going to do with this. It said embroidery floss. But I am going to just do, I have got a little book. I made a bunch of the little books. I was going to try and sell them. I was going to try and do a sale, and I just can't get it. I just can't do it. I guess maybe once I need to get Lala Gamalori way up here to help me and we'll do a sale. But what I'm going to do here, what I've done, I just picked up, because it's the prompt was to just use embroidery thread. So I am doing just a running stitch in this one spot here. And I think that's just gloriously beautiful. And like I said, I made these little books. And all I do in the books is this running stitch on all the pages. They're just like 4x4, 5x5. All the pages are a little bit different size. And what sounds fun, Lala? Coming and helping me with a sale? Maybe. Maybe we have a plan. My partner in crime, who is Ray, she's been just under the weather lately, bless her heart. She needs some prayers too, bless her heart. She just hasn't been able lately to do much. Oh, a piece of a zipper. Actually, I have that on a prompt already. I have one that is a zipper, or a piece of a zipper, which I've used a piece on one of my pages and a whole zipper on a couple of my pages. So here, there you go. Here we go. See, I just, for that one prompt, I just put some running stitches. And my little, no, Ray she's been having some medical issues, and she's trying to get them straightened out, and the doctors are having trouble even helping her. It's, yeah, she has some, bless her heart. Well, she's not feeling well, but she still has to work, and it's just hard for her. So anybody who prays, don't forget Miss Ray. Okay, so there, I did that on that corner for my embroidery floss, and I'm going to go here, and it says a feather, and which I like my feathers. I like to do a feather because what I do for a feather is I cut a feather. Well, actually, oh no, that's not a feather, that's a leaf. Okay. If you have a piece of fabric that's got a feather on the fabric, that would be awesome. But yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm going to cut what I think is a feather. It might be a feather, that maybe it's not. Who knows? So, see, I just cut this. And it kind of looks like a feather shape. But then if you go along the edges here, oh, fluorescent, that's good too. I think I have some that's like fluorescent. It's like a shiny felt, actually. I'm gonna have to go dig some of that up and put them in my stuff here and make that into a prompt as well. That's good. I like that because that would make it would anything shiny. See there, now I got a feather. I just feathered out the sides. And so I'm going to put that right over here on this little space that needs a little color. And again, I can flip up my flower, and the feather will sort of be tucked underneath the flower. And then I just stitch it right down the center. This is fun. Okay, I think this is going to be my last prompt because I do need to get up and move these old bones around. Old bones, old bones. And there's my feather. And so this week I will get this page put into my book. And we're going to get back on here next week, next Sunday again. And we're going to do, I may do a live stream with something else. I might need something right here. I might not be finished with this, but I might be almost finished with it. Okay, now what we're going to do, though, we're going to, first of all, I need my book. Oh, you know what? I'm going to read my Jesus Calling book today. But while I'm reading, I would like you all, wait a minute, let me see if I could, this is going to be my giveaway. I made this quite some time ago when I first learned about Kawandi quilts, and I actually gave it away. But the person who won it never sent me her address, and it's already now been a couple years, so I'm going to try and give it away again. But that was just my first little tiny Kawandi kilt. Put the word yourself on the red block. You're right, yourself. We gotta always, you think about yourself and take care of yourself, because if you do not take care of yourself, you are no good for anybody else. That's what it is. Okay, I'm going to right now, I'm going to write a number. Let's see. I'm going to write a number on here, on this here paper. And let's see. I'm going to put this number. Okay, now, everybody write a number while I'm reading my thing. Write a number between 1 and 50. And whoever comes closest to the number that I just wrote on there will be the one who will win this little, this thing, this doohickey right here. It's a little Kawandi. Okay, and I'm going to find the date. Today is November the 12th, am I right? November the 12th. And this is Jesus Calling. It's Enjoying Peace in His Presence, and it's by Sarah Young, and it's got a page for every day of the year. And so it is the 12th, right? Yes, 12th. Usually I read this in the morning, but I didn't this morning. Okay, this is a time of abundance in your life. Your cup runneth over with blessings. After plodding uphill for many weeks, you are now traipsing through lush meadows drenched in warm sunshine. I want you to enjoy to the full this time of ease and refreshment. I delight in providing it for you. Sometimes my children hesitate to receive my good gifts with open hands. Feelings of false guilt creep in, telling them they don't deserve to be richly blessed. This is nonsense thinking because no one deserves anything from me. My kingdom is not about earning and deserving, it is about believing and receiving. When a child of mine balks at accepting my gifts, I am deeply grieved. When you receive my abundant blessings with a grateful heart, I rejoice. My pleasure in giving and your pleasure in receiving flow together in joyous harmony. That is beautiful. November 12th. That's beautiful. Okay. And so true. So very true. Okay, now I see numbers and I got to look up. You all help me. Now I wrote down the number. I wrote 46. That's the number that I wrote down. Now, y'all help me. I'm done reading, so you gotta. The time's up. The number is 46. Lala Gamma has 46 right on the nose. Oh, okay. Make sure nobody got 46 before Lala Gamma got 46. People's gonna think that I'm. Yup, Lala had 46. I'm telling Lala, you've been lucky lately. I'm just making sure nobody had 46 before you. Okay, nope, nobody else had it. Very wonderful. Okay, Lala, this is yours. I know your address, so I don't have, but that was my first little, um, I don't know what you would use it for. You could use it for a mug rug or something, but, well, and then I stitched these little triangles together. You're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to be open. Okay, Janet Nash. Wait, what did you give Janet Nash? I think your favorite number is 13. You had 46. But I encourage that too. Like Lori put in, Lala Gamma put in a number for a friend that is not here. And which she did that one week and she put Janet's number in, a number in for Janet, and Janet won. And so I sent her off whatever it was that she won that week. But you can do that. You know, you can put, you can only put in one number for yourself. But if you put in a number for other people, well, that is that is acceptable too, as long as I can get their address. Okay, I ask God, thank you first, all of you for coming. You guys are amazing, and this was fun. And and remember all those who need prayer right now. And I pray for each and every one of you. Every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe and keep you healthy, handy, healthy. Why did I say handy? Happy, thank you, Papa, and humble. I am losing it, I swear. Okay, and God bless and keep you all, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you again for all who came.